Hello and welcome to ISV Spill the Tea, presented by the Retail Solutions Providers Association's niche and startup ISV community. I'm Jim Roddy, President and CEO of the RSPA, and we are glad to be here with you today. If you're not familiar with the RSPA, we're North America's largest community of VARs, software developers, aka ISVs, vendors and distributors playing in the retail, restaurant, grocery, and cannabis verticals. We're a fit for any organization that's serious about growth in those markets. If you're serious about growth in the retail IT channel, email us at membership@gorspa.org. Again, that's what you see on your screen right now, membership@gorspa.org. And so before some of our software developer members spill the tea about what they're up to, the RSPA has a few highlights and updates that we'd like to share with you. And I would like to call to the virtual stage right now, RSPA VP of Member Services, Ashley Nagy. Ashley, can you give us an update on Retail Now 2023?
Absolutely. Thanks, Jim. Hi, everyone. Super excited to be here today, and we are even more excited about Retail Now 2023. We are just under 40 days away from our big event. We'll be down in Orlando, Florida at the Gaylord Palms, July 30th through August 1st. We are really excited about this year's event. We're expecting 1,500 to 1,700 attendees, all VARs, ISVs, and vendors at this event. The show floor is just 9 booths shy of being sold out for the event. We're going to have 20 plus education sessions and a ton of networking that's going to happen. We'll even have our niche and startup ISV community reception that's going to kick things off on Sunday evening starting at 4:30. If you have not booked your hotel room, please do so. We're about 80% sold out on the room block, and we are definitely excited about the event, and over half of the show floor is going to be ISVs this year. So really excited to see everybody there. And if you have any questions, just email us at membership@gorspa.org or give us a call, and happy to help.
Great, thank you, Ashley. And again, everyone's going to have the chance to meet 10 ISVs on today's call. You'll be able to meet dozens live in Orlando at Retail Now. All right, let's turn it over to RSPA VP of Education Services, Kathy Meter, for an update on RSPA Academy Accelerate. Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Jim, thanks. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to do a quick reminder about some other education opportunities that we have. We have rolled out a learning management system platform that is available to all members at no cost, RSPA Academy's Accelerate. On the Accelerate platform, you'll find plenty of training opportunities for your team in all different areas, including sales, customer service, soft skills, leadership development, security and data training, any of those hard to find courses that you're looking to brush up on or have your team take a refresher on. Those are all out there, and again, they're available to you now, included with your annual membership. And if you are interested in expanding or starting a training plan or development program for your company, for your teams, we can help with that as well. We can schedule some time one-on-one to talk through what your needs are, what types of content you're looking for, and then we can work with you to set up a very custom and tailored program for your team and for your needs. So Accelerate is the platform. Education advisory services, we can help with individualized training curriculums.
Great, thank you, Kathy. Let's turn it back over to Ashley. Ashley, if you can recognize our annual sponsors and then our niche and startup ISV community sponsors.
For sure. A big thank you to our annual sponsors. A lot of the programs that we do all throughout the year, including ones like today and Retail Now, would not be possible without the support of our annual sponsors. So thank you to Platinum sponsor BlueStar. Gold sponsors are CoCard, Heartland, ScanSource, and Star. Silver sponsors are Elo, Epson, Ingenico, MicroTouch, and Truist. And bronze sponsors are AutoStar, CRS, DataCap, DataLogic, Evo, Fortis, Ingram Micro, Kitchen Armor, PayIQ, Shift4, TD SynX, Toshiba, and WorldPay from FIS. A big thank you to those annual sponsors. And especially a big thank you to the niche and startup ISV community sponsors, APG, BlueStar, Epson, Ingenico, MagTech, MS Cash Store, PayIQ, ScanSource, Star Micronics, and Toshiba. Again, a big thank you to everyone.
Great, thank you, Ashley. And here's how ISV Spill the Tea is going to work today. So we have executives from software developer companies representing a variety of verticals. They're going to showcase their offerings in 90-second segments. So this gives you the chance to quickly meet potential new partners who can accelerate your growth. And after these ISVs introduce themselves, you can participate in an open forum roundtable discussion. Again, great chance for you to ask any clarifying questions and discover new ISVs in less than an hour. And then also RSPA, we have our legal advisor, General Counsel Jill Miller. She also asked me to add this. This will be an open forum information sharing discussion. Please note that the views and opinions expressed during this roundtable are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Retail Solutions Providers Association. And then also, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but speaking of legal, our Spill the Tea is not associated with Mr. T. Everybody remember him from the A-Team. If you don't know, Mr. T, he trademarked the phrase, "I pity the fool." He also explained if referencing him in that fashion is using a commercial element, he says, quote, "My people are going to be on him. Oh yeah, that's part of Mr. T's retirement fund." So legal disclaimer, ISV Spill the Tea, not affiliated with Mr. T, though we are big fans. All right, so leading us off today, spilling the first glass of tea, we have Charlotte from Charge Anywhere. Charlotte, welcome to ISV Spill the Tea. Charlotte, if you can unmute yourself and turn on your camera, it'd be great.
Thank you. Yes, I am Charlotte. I am with Charge Anywhere, and I am the ISV integrator of the company. So Charge Anywhere, our company, is a global provider of mobile payment applications, cloud, and gateway services, and we've been around since 1988. Here in our company, we understand in depth the requirements of our partners. So we understand that they need solutions that covers retail, restaurant, health services. So our main goal for our ISVs is to provide full integration payment processing directly from your applications to a fully integrated or semi-integrated solution. We provide the full service experience, so you can add cash discount, configure receipts, tax, and some other features that we offer. So we can easily incorporate the newest technologies to any of our integrations. We have integrated with companies such as barber shops, beauty salons, restaurants, you can name it. So we provide all the tools also to support our partners. We provide training, and we provide access to our portals and everything you may need required to do any integration with Charge Anywhere, either in semi-integration or SDK.
Wonderful, thank you, Charlotte. Appreciate you leading us off today. Let's welcome next to the stage Anil Jindal from Octopus. Anil, welcome.
Yeah, hi. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, hello, everyone. One of the challenges point of sale companies, more so since the pandemic, are facing is that their customers, the merchants, are practically being forced to set up an online commerce. So whether it be Shopify, WooCommerce, Amazon, Walmart, that sort of stuff. And for these point of sale companies, it is extremely difficult. It's a daunting challenge to be able to integrate with them all. And it makes it even more difficult when these e-commerce platforms like Shopify, Walmart, they keep changing the rules, they keep adding new features. It becomes a full-time job, and does not allow you to focus on your point of sale software itself. That's where we shine, that's where we come in, Octopus Bridge. We have an integration as a service platform that allows any point of sale company to build one integration into Octopus Bridge. And then Octopus Bridge integrates with all these various e-commerce platforms, whether it be Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, BigCommerce, Amazon, Walmart, just to name a few. And we are continually adding, more platforms. Again, the advantages are that as a POS company, you do only one integration, and then we take care of the rest. And the other advantages, of course, are it makes the deployment so much easier. We can actually launch customers within an hour or two. From a sales marketing point of view, we have great partner programs, it's a win-win-win situation from all around. Reach out to me if you guys have any specific questions. And that's what we've been doing since 2008. We have great partners like Retail Pro, Automate, Axio, AutoStar. So reach out to me and I'll be happy to answer additional technical and non-technical questions. Thank you.
Fabulous, great. Thank you, Anil. Let's welcome now Gavin from Corona POS. Hey, Gavin, welcome to RSPA's ISV Spill the Tea.
Hey, thank you very much. So yeah, I'm Gavin. I'm the channel account manager at Corona POS. We offer a cloud-based point-of-sale solution for various retail verticals, including a lot of high-volume businesses like liquor stores, convenience stores, and quick service restaurants, wineries, ticketing spaces as well. The software can also serve enterprise operations and include franchising features as well. The solution itself is in constant development to bring a custom solution to different business niches. We release quarterly updates to the software and partner with modern integrations to bring users a more complete solution. We offer our partners as much convenience and flexibility as possible. The solution is processing agnostic, so any user can bring the processor of their choice, and the price doesn't change on this. Plus, we can support cash discounting. It also comes with an open API for custom development. All hardware comes with our native OS, but we can also support Windows devices. All our customer support is in-house, and it's entirely included at any level of subscription, and the reseller never has to handle that. We also offer a free trial that allows our customers to familiarize themselves with Corona. Customers can also get as many trainings as they need prior to going live with us. The structure for our reseller program allows for different types of partners. We have partnerships for an occasional referral, all the way up to like a high volume reseller. In all cases, you're able to sign them with your processing, receive discounted hardware, and get compensated for any software sales. So we're always happy to bring new partners, and feel free to reach out to me if you're interested in learning more. And just a side note, we'll be at RSPA, booth 908, if you would like to join us. I'm sorry, Retail Now.
That's all right, thank you. Yeah, appreciate you sharing that. Appreciate your support of the RSPA over the years and that you'll be exhibiting at Retail Now. Next up, we have a new member, Matt from Helped. Matt, welcome to ISV's Spill the Tea. Tell us a little bit about Helped.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm Matt from Helped. So Helped is your help desk partner. Our software is actually not software that you or your customers are ever going to use. Our software is what empowers our team of US-based agents to support you, your customers, and your customers' customers. We're available 24/7 by 365. We have plans that will allow you to either bundle or resell them to your customers, or larger plans you could even deploy throughout your entire organization. Our focus is on delivering a superior customer experience. What we're doing, and I'm not going to call it AI, I think that's a little bit overused, is we're pulling all of the information that an agent might need to their fingertips. They don't have to spend time switching between systems, figuring out logins, access. They don't have to go to Google. Everything they need is right there, so they can be in the moment, present with the customer, giving the warm and fuzzies, making sure the customer feels as though they're heard while they're focused on doing the problem solving that they need to get the customer systems back up and running. Our team has a broad background in IT, hardware, software. Personally, I'm from a distribution background and routing and switching hardware. Our chief strategy officer comes from the POS division of Epson. Our team, has tons of experience in connectivity issues, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. They can handle those in their sleep. But we've also worked with a range of systems like Toast or Square, Clover, Sin7, NetSuite. So whatever systems you are deploying with your customers, our agents are going to be able to troubleshoot those pretty easily. And it's fully white labeled. We can handle your overflow. We can handle the out of hours. That's a great fit in the retail space when you have outages in evenings or weekends. Or we can take over your full help desk so that anytime a call comes in, we're going to be the first ones to handle it. What we'll do is ensure that your customers are getting the responsiveness and the support that they're going to count on from you. No more missed calls. You don't need to offer long SLAs. No, we'll get back to you within 24 hours. It's an immediate response. No more panic Friday night calls. No figuring out how to get a competent tech to help cover your nights and weekends. Helped becomes a part of your team. and it gives your customers the technical support that they deserve with this wonderful background music.
All right.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Matt. No, appreciate you being part of our community. Let's talk next with Juan at AVIC. Juan, welcome to RSPA's ISV Spill the Tea.
Thank you a lot, and pleasure meeting you all. AVIC is a cloud-based network monitoring solution. We are the fastest in the market, which means that we're going to give your customers true visibility, true network visibility in under 60 minutes. We're going to help the customers with tons of automation through inventory, through backups, through syslogs, and that's going to save tons of time for the customers. Also, we are helping customers to shrink the time of troubleshooting their network problems, meaning more time and money to execute in other IT things. So we give and we help them with true proactive network monitoring, which is going to help them in this new world with basically the network being the new backbone of every business. So every POS system, any cameras, any computers, everything goes through the network. Without a network, the business is not running. So this year are the main markets we addressed in the retail industry overall, hospitality, and all the niche markets that you're seeing here. And basically, it's mainly because we help them keep their network up to speed, and every minute they are without network working in the optimal standards, they're going to lose money. And that's what we are in the business for. We are in the business of saving time and money to you and your customers. So thank you a lot. And that's how AVIC networks.
Fabulous. Thank you, Juan. Appreciate you joining us today and talking a little bit about AVIC. So we are now halfway through our featured ISV presentations. And so you've been seeing all the contact information on the screen. So obviously you can reach out to these software developers directly, or you can work with the RSPA member services team. They're happy to make introductions to these companies or to any one of our 700 plus members. If you're an RSPA member, just email membership@gorspa.org, and Peggy Fry, Nicole Green, Ashley Nagy are happy to make those connections for you. And if you're not a current RSPA member, you can email the same address, membership@gorspa.org, and we'll be more than happy to sign you up. John Gregor is our business development specialist, happy to welcome you to the community and get you set up for success. All right, let's get back to spilling some tea. Next up, we have longtime RSPA member and supporter, Jamie Interdonato from RPower. Hey, Jamie, good to see you.
Hey, Jim, thank you. Thank you, RSPA, for giving us a few minutes. For those of you who don't know, we are RPower Point of Sale. We are a hospitality restaurant point of sale software technology company. We have 20 plus years in the industry with a dedication to ever evolving software for modern needs for anything that comes about in the industry. But what that's given us is the opportunity to create our software application maturity, the complexity, but also its simplicity for our user base, as well as for our reseller community. Our open API and time and space has given us the opportunity to forge over 100 plus different industry partnerships, whether it's via online ordering groups, whether it's a kiosk opportunity, or whether that's going through gift and loyalty space, text to pay opportunities, as well as various different merchant services opportunities. Our dedication to true software reliability, its speed, customization, really gives RPower, combined with the reseller, the ability to service any merchant location within the, if you will, hospitality space, whether that's fine dining, casual dining, bar, nightclub industry, pizza, counter service, pickup or deliver, any combination thereof. Our average merchants, just to give you an FYI, are in the neighborhood of about 2 million a year in actual volume. So typically we get a mid-market space with truly dedicated reseller community type support. And the reseller space is really what separates RPower from the other brands out in our space, is we rely on you, the reseller, to bring your expertise to the table, bring what you see as the best in brand, best in market, best pieces to the table for your merchant, and we support you to that end. As I mentioned, our resellers just take an active and very consultative approach to bettering their clients, and RPower's dedication to ensuring you and being able to do so is really what we're all about. So you can find more about us at rpower.com or meet us at RSPA coming up. Thanks, Jim.
Great, thank you, Jamie. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you at Retail Now for sure. All right, next to take the virtual stage here for ISV Spill the Tea, we have Dennis from DBC Technologies. Hey, Dennis, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having us on Spill the Tea. DBC Technology serves restaurants with an all-inclusive solution to get more customers and increase profits. Our automated dine-in data collection, online and mobile ordering, and targeted marketing through our restaurant CRM is transformative to a restaurant's bottom line. Our USP is offering comprehensive done-for-you marketing solutions, including custom-written AI-assisted content and active marketing support. As proof, a success story. A small pizza joint sees a 50% uptick in daily sales each time they contact their 800 customer database with our custom email and text messages through our CRM. Our social media marketing app, assisted by AI, creates and schedules daily restaurant Facebook and Instagram posts for just $129 a month, significantly less than the $400 to $1,000 per month market rates. For restaurants needing a comprehensive marketing partner, our packages start at $200, go up to $1,500 and $500 a month. For value-added resellers, we offer a rewarding program with upfront and recurring commissions. Our VARs can provide restaurants with a 3-month free trial of our app valued at $387. We aid our VARs by branding our social media marketing app with their name and logo, keeping them constantly in their restaurant clients' minds. When restaurants upgrade to any service package, the VAR gets upfront and trailing commissions. Imagine, a VAR gives a restaurant $387 of free social media content. DBC's team upgrades them. The VAR gets paid. Thanks. Please reach out if you have any questions.
Excellent, very nice. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate you sharing information about your company.
Okay, oh, and we'll also be at Retail Now.
Great. All right, let's welcome next to the stage. Whenever I know somebody is also from Western Pennsylvania, I have to call it out because I'm also from Western Pennsylvania. Welcome to ISV Spill the Tea, John Giles from Round 2 POS. Hey, John.
Great to hear your voice, Jim. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is John Giles, and in my previous life, I founded a company called Future POS. We built that for about 19 years and took it from my grandmother's basement to a top 5 product in its prime. And so, I sold in 2017, and it really gave me a chance to take a clean sheet of paper and decide how I would do point of sale and an ecosystem around point of sale for the modern day. So on the point of sale side, I've spent 20 plus years developing Windows software. We made a clean break and went to Linux because there's no Windows updates in Linux. But beyond that, and even before that, we started creating a tool for VARs that would allow them to grow their businesses by working, on their business instead of in their business. And so we've created this CRM tool that integrates to the point of sale, but it has things like lead management. It will do a credit card statement analysis. It will calculate sales commissions and bonuses for salespeople. It will do service technicians mileage and on-call rotation. It actually takes all those numbers the whole way to payroll for you. And then we have inventory. And we give you one thing that you don't get very often in this industry, complete transparency on how your credit card residuals are calculated. And then, oh, by the way, we do point of sale. So it integrates fully to the point of sale system. You can control versions of software at your customer sites from the CRM. It's a complete ecosystem for point of sale and VARs to give them a competitive edge that they've never had in the past. And I'm super excited to come to Retail Now and unveil what we've been building, kind of in the dark for the last 4+ years. But it's pretty exciting stuff, and I couldn't be more proud of the tech stack that my team has put together and what we've built together. I'm like a giddy dad. I can't wait to show it off to all of you. So that's pretty much my elevator pitch.
Beautiful. Thank you, John. Looking forward to seeing you as well. All right, next we have Tim Pincelli from DTIQ. Tim, good to have you here. Welcome to ISV Spill the Tea.
Well, thank you. Good morning and good afternoon, Sharks. My name is Tim Pincelli, and I'm seeking your partnership and interest in adding our solution to your portfolio. I've been using that line for a couple of weeks, and it seems to be healthy. DTIQ is a intelligent video platform that is marrying the video transactions with the detailed transactions. We're known for our loss prevention, but we're also having some adding capabilities for doing remote audits. We're serving restaurants, C-stores, and retail environments. really specializing in QSR and TSR restaurants. We are offering 26 different POS integrations today, and we're launching an open API. So I'd be surprised if we didn't have the availability to bring in POS data from most of your portfolios. We'll be launching a couple different programs for retail now, and looking to be in front of all of you to share our story and share our solution.
Great, thank you, Tim. Thanks for joining us today from the road. All right,
Yeah.
last that we have, our next is for ISV Spill the Tea to bring us across the finish line. We have Audrey from TimeForge. Hey, Audrey, how you doing?
Hey, everybody, doing awesome. Thanks for having me on. So with TimeForge, we do workforce management. So we do workforce for pretty much any shift work industry, but our strongest penetration is definitely in independent grocery and independent restaurants. And we're growing rapidly in C-stores. But we support, anyone who's got employees. So it spans out pretty well. We also scale up and down. So we serve single store operators all the way up to enterprise solutions. We offer referral partnerships exclusively. So there's no reselling there. You don't have to become a labor expert. You don't have to know what kind of overtime calculations in California to talk about. We do all of that. So you simply send an intro if you want to partner with us. And if there's an integration, we can leverage that. We have a ton of integrations and we're always adding more. And then we take it from there. We do all the closing and implementation, and we keep you in the loop if you want to be a referral partner. We do the full employee life cycle. So our hiring tools have gotten really popular over the last couple of years to help with recruiting. We do digital onboarding, employer branding, and all the way up to checks. We don't cut checks. We're not a payroll platform. We integrate with several though. People often bring us in to get a handle on their labor costs. So we're about to publish 2 case studies showing that on average, we reduce unplanned overtime by 70%, 70% in unplanned overtime reduction, which is crazy. So that's pretty exciting. We also help with compliance. That's one of our main differentiators in the space, is handling things like Fair Work Week, California labor laws, Oregon, Pittsburgh. There's a lot that has come across. So let me know if you guys are interested.
Fabulous. Thank you, Audrey. Appreciate that. And for folks, if you go on the RSPA website, again, you see the URL at the bottom of the screen. Search for Audrey's name. There was a podcast we recorded a while back about the labor shortage and what technology solution providers can do about that. Received a lot of great feedback from that. Audrey and I talked along with one of their partners, North Country Business Products, longtime RSPA VAR partner. So highly recommend that if you want to get the inside scoop on how you can help from a labor standpoint. So Audrey, great to have you here today. Thank you very much.
Having me.
All right, now we'll turn it over to the audience, thanks to the 10 ISVs, the perfect 10 that presented here today. And this is your opportunity to ask them any questions that you might have, share any comments, or share your perspective. But we also want to remind you as well about Retail Now. Again, that's only 38 days away. Make sure you register. Go to the URL on your screen, go rspa.org. If you do /Retail Now, you will be able to access that right away. We're going to be celebrating the RSPA 75th anniversary there in Orlando later this year. So, okay, so now it's time again. We can ask all our featured guests if you can please turn on your video cameras, and that's going to help the audience know who is answering. So if you can all turn those on. And then also, we're happy to start anywhere that the group would like. Again, if anybody from the audience would like to pose a question at all, just use the question function. You can ask that question through the GoToWebinar platform. We will call on them and unmute them to go. So, well, let me open this up to the group and see who wants to be the first to answer this question. What is the #1 trend that you see impacting your business and also your partners? Who wants to answer that first? #1 trend that you see impacting your business and your partners.
I'm happy to tackle that.
All right, Audrey.
Yeah, we're seeing right now, so we've grown upmarket, really, started growing up rapidly several years ago. And so we're pretty dramatically impacted by trends in the enterprise space right now. And I think the biggest trend that is shifting how we go to market is around so many enterprise organizations being sick of feeling beholden to one of their vendors as their technology hub. And it could be the POS, it could be their back office, and they're really kind of rebelling about that and building their own middleware. And so we're targeting enterprise a little bit more, leveraging the point solution tactic rather than pointing out our all-in-one feature set for workforce. That's had a pretty dramatic impact on how we go to market for enterprise. I don't know if other people are seeing that.
Thank you, Audrey. Who wants to weigh in on that?
Well, I can speak more from the online commerce aspect. Prior to the pandemic, one of the stats that sticks out really loudly is that the top 500 retailers, that offered curbside pickup or buy online pickup in store, that was about 10%, 10.1% to be exact. And post-pandemic, that's jumped up to 62%. What that really means is that the online commerce, buying online, picking up in store, or having it delivered has dramatically, gone up, quite a bit. And this is where the point of sale companies, this is where the merchants, the retailers are finding themselves and adjust their business, to that. So that's something staggering as far as I can tell from my side. So this has been a big shift in the retail domain.
For sure. Thank you, Neil. Any of our ISVs whose first name does not begin with A want to weigh in and share?
I'll say a little bit of kind of piggyback on Audrey a little bit, is that I think there has been a big push, and I would say not just from the software sector where I'm at, but really from a customer and or business perspective, really the need for independence, which ends up being, picking your partners, picking your opportunities, choosing who and where you do business with and not being forced into those routes, and working with companies and organizations that afford that opportunity. So I think that goes for everybody from a point of sale customer all the way up to me as an ISV person in creating my software and who I rely on from dependency standpoints, as well as from a reseller standpoint, is being able to make the best business decisions for you with the most amount of opportunity for choice, if you will.
Yeah, and Jamie, before I let some of your other colleagues weigh in here, RSPA is celebrating our 75th anniversary this year. Well, the forerunner to the RSPA was the ICRDA, the Independent Cash Register Dealers Association. So the first word in the history of this organization was independent, and I think that's not a coincidence.
I think you should go back with little I in front of RSPA.
Maybe we should, yeah, the IRSPA. Excellent. Who else wants to weigh in on trends? And we are starting to get some more questions from the audience. Anybody else? One more person want to share a trend?
Yeah, this is Matt from Health. I'll just jump in on this. For us, it comes down to staffing, to workforce. It's a strange job market right now. You hear about all these layoffs across the tech industry. There's all sorts of developers available, but at the same time, if you are looking to hire someone fresh out of school, people are looking for obscene starting salaries with no experience. And so what we've seen is create a very strange job market where finding and retaining good talent is a challenge. And at the same time, there are lots of startups offering whatever sort of development, whatever sort of outsourcing you're looking for. And so, how that's been impacting us is it's sort of created an opportunity. I mean, we believe in the idea of outsourcing and using all the tools that people are experts in developing. And then we also recognize the fact that it's so hard to find and keep good staff that we sort of specialize in doing that for you. We can provide some of the staff that you need, just because I know in my previous position, it was a nightmare trying to go through the interview process, bring people on board, and just see them jump ship 6 months later for another position. So I think right now the job market is just a strange one that impacts everybody.
Great, thank you, Matt. Let's go to the audience. We have Bruce Smith from Ingram Micro has a question. Bruce, you want to pose your question to our audience? And thanks for joining us today. Always a pleasure to connect with you.
Always good to see y'all. Thank you, ISVs. We are nothing without an ISV, so thank y'all. My question is, we're starting to see a lot of hardware demand and some ISV questions around the fitness sector of retail. So within the fitness industry, that is, are there any specialized ISVs out there that, you know, do a membership-based model, help gyms, high-end retailers like Lululemon? Just seeing a little uptick in demand there, which is nice.
Can anybody weigh in on that niche vertical there in terms of fitness?
We do. We're growing in fitness pretty rapidly right now. This is TimeForge, the workforce solution. We also have a sister company that we acquired about a year and a half ago that we're also operating that does appointment scheduling specifically to health and fitness. And we're seeing that grow pretty rapidly too, just to support that growth in demand. We're seeing that and we're supporting it.
And
Awesome, thank you.
Audrey, why is it growing? Like, if you can give us some background in terms of, I don't think it's like Americans are suddenly like, you know what, I'm putting down the pizza, it's time to hit the gym. Like, why, what is the trend? What's sparking that? Do you know?
I mean, Jim, you know me, I have lots of opinions with no data to back them up, but I think I think it goes along with kind of those labor trends that we were talking about on the podcast. I think that over the past several years, especially with COVID and lockdowns and everyone kind of having an upset in their day to day, I think a lot of people reassess their priorities and realize that maybe they don't want to die tomorrow, right? I think that probably is driving some of that.
Thank you, Audrey. We say health is wealth over here. So yeah, I think it's the COVID made us reassess, and people are flooding into more of that holistic, take care of yourself.
Yeah, and they need technology to run those businesses. Here we are.
They definitely need some software too. That's a different niche market. Thank you for doing that, Audrey.
Thank you. Anybody else want to weigh in on Bruce's question about the fitness vertical?
Yeah, so it also will depend on define what's the scope of the project and what are the needs of that specific fitness industry, for example. So there are some gyms, as you know, that offer more like health programs, plus the workout, plus just the membership. They have classes, yoga, Pilates. They have a pool where they get classes, for example. It really depends on what that specific gym industry is offering and what you're looking for. So for example, if you go to a gym like Lifetime Fitness, you will have classes, you will have the pool, you have sauna, you have like family packages, for example. Whereas if you go to some other gym, it will be just a gym itself and maybe just some massage services to get stimulated your muscles and things like that. So it will also depend what is the type of technology that you want to integrate with. Do you want a fully integrated solution like an SDK into a terminal to link to your app, or do you want a semi-integrated solution? Do you want to link your app, your POS system directly with another terminal to make a communication each other? What are you trying to achieve in your website? So do you need tokenization? So that's those are questions that I may have for the fitness industry in order, you know, to help better in what they want to achieve.
Beautiful. Thank you, Charlotte. We appreciate that. One more question. I think we might have time for one more. And if we can ask some folks who didn't weigh into the first couple rounds of questions. So this is just a general, broader business question. So like looking back, what's an important decision that your company made or that you made that has really helped you succeed today? Like what's a lesson that you've learned that you'd like to share with everyone listening here today? And if I can start first with Gavin at Combase. Gavin, you want to weigh in and talk about that in terms of an important decision, how it's paid off down the road today?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, no camera today. I had some technical issues before this. I mean, probably just upgrading your technology to what standards. So the gentleman earlier mentioned like labor shortage issues. So we've been kind of moving into like the kiosk kind of space. So kind of getting rid of that person who's going to jump ship every 6 months and getting a nice piece of technology to take over for our industry. And then, whatever your industry is, you kind of just keep upgrading your technology.
Great, thank you, Gavin. Juan, what is your take on that question? Important decision that's paid off for you today.
Well, probably not mine from specifically, but from the company side. I would say acquiring last year 3 different companies to make sure that we evolve with the market needs, meaning that right now people are not only working at their offices, they're working remote, they're working at home. We are working at home. And that brings a whole different structure in the network. So by acquiring different companies last year, we are adding up to that portfolio that's going to start paying off and helping in different ways all the different companies, because every company has remote workers. So that I would go to that route.
Got it. Yeah, and you got to be ahead of the game. You can't react too late and acquire those companies after the shift is made. So, John Giles, how would you answer that question? You mentioned about the lengthening career in this space.
Well, I being retired for at least a good 6 weeks, I had time to reflect, and there hasn't really been much investment in the success of the VAR. I think that was the angle we approached things from. A wise man named Alan Heyman once said to me, for a 1 or 2 man operation to grow into a big successful business, so many things have to go right that it'll probably never happen. And I spent 20 years trying to prove them wrong, and I don't know that I did, but with the tools that we've built to help a VAR really grow and manage his business, I think we're at the point where we're going to bring some very revolutionary technology to this industry. And like I said, I couldn't be more excited about it.
Fabulous. Dennis, and then Tim will go last on this question. Dennis, how would you answer that question?
Well, I'd have to say that the biggest thing we tripped across almost accidentally by being at a trade show actually was that in the restaurant industry specifically, trying to sell them tools and technology is, you just want to pull your eyes out and it'll drive you crazy. So we really went more to the done for you solution, saying, we did an entire trade show without using the word technology or talking about any of our tech stack at all. And we had more success than we've ever had. And it was just because we talked the language of what they wanted and needed, and we provided that by way of doing bespoke content for the restaurants, and by adding in the content and by adding in sort of the support and saying, look, there's this great big tool that's awesome and you don't have to touch it. Well, that was magical. Yeah, all the restaurants were the same sort of thing. They were just like, wow. So I don't have to use the tool. I don't have to learn the tool. I don't have to turn on the tool. It just works in the background for me, and you guys do it all. I just have to approve stuff. Absolutely transformational to our business. Like, wow, stop selling IT, start selling what they need.
Great, and Tim, I'll give you the last word on this, but before I do that, we do have one more question from our audience that we're gonna get to, and also because we only have 9 cameras that are on, I'm getting like a Brady Bunch effect here. And Tim, you're playing the role of Alice right in the middle. So Alice, by the way, from Western Pennsylvania, if I can bring that up. She's a native of Erie, Pennsylvania. So back to our main question. Tim, how would you answer that question about an important decision you or your company made in the past that paid off today?
I have 2, one that I influenced and one that I executed. So the first is I influenced. Having an open API is vital to the conversations today of being partners with anybody. And DTIQ did not offer an open API, and we're launching one in Q4. So that's the one I influenced. The one personally, I did a trust fall with value-added resellers in the last 2 organizations I've in, and I will never look back, and I will always do it. You have to trust and empower the people that are representing your product, and it will pay massive dividends, and it has paid massive dividends for me.
Awesome, thank you. And then last question we have from Richard Carrier. Richard, if we're able to unmute you and you can unmute yourself, you want to pose your question to the group, we'll get a couple folks weigh in, and then we'll wrap up this edition of ISV's Spill the Tea. Richard, are you able to weigh in?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Hey, good to hear your voice.
Good to hear you. Yes. Hi, everyone. So all of you as ISVs, you're well aware of and benefiting to a large extent from the digital transformation of the economy that is going now to every industry, together with the integration of the workflows and content. So I'm curious to know, how do you help your clients with digital asset creation and management? And what I call the elephant in the shop, not in the room, but in the shop, how are you thinking about integrating generative AI into the workflow of your offerings, considering that every week there's a new flavor and a new way and a new tool for generative AI?
Great. Who wants to weigh in on that first? Dennis?
I'd love to weigh in on that. So AI has absolutely changed our business, but the neatest part is don't be scared of it. We talk to restaurant owners all the time and they all say the same thing. Oh yeah, I tried it, it doesn't work. And the truth is AI is something that needs to be learned and controlled. And if you control the black box, you control the world. So you just need to learn how to get your prompts working and get a prompt engineer who can figure out how to integrate it into whatever you have. It is magical and not to be feared. What is feared is if you don't jump on the bandwagon and your competitors start adding that to theirs and you don't. We are blown away. Our restaurant clients are blown away. You can't trust it. It lies all the time. But if all you're doing is getting the creative and the things that you never thought of out of it, I mean, you can teach it to tell you about your business. You can teach it to do anything. So the integration possibilities are limitless. It's relatively inexpensive to do. I think anyone who isn't embracing it is falling behind, as their entire PR teams and all the people that are about to, the smart ones will control the black box, the other ones will get low or moved on to get lost or move on to something else. I think that's just the reality of it. So embracing it is the key. Trying to hide or pretend that your team's better than AI. I'll take any team with any expertise and I'll sit here behind my computer and I will produce better content than them for free. But it lies. So you have to have a team to check and control the beast, but you need to be controlling the beast.
Great, thank you, Dennis. Maybe we get one or two more folks who want to weigh in on this.
Matt from Help. I definitely want to weigh in on the AI conversation, kind of building on what Dennis said. AI is amazing, but it's an amazing tool. It's not going to take over. It's not going to replace people. It's going to empower people to be more productive, to do more. And that's exactly what we've seen, with the systems that we're building, is we are empowering our agents to be able to do more by having all this information, having all the content creation, having all the answers at their fingertips. But if you don't have that human interface, if you don't have somebody who knows what they're doing with the tool, you can have the best power tool in the world, the best drill, the best saw in the world, and you have somebody who doesn't know how to use it, you're not going to get anything too productive out of it. You really need that human interface. You need somebody who knows how to use that tool. This is just the latest and greatest tool. Yeah, it'll be a game changer. I mean, AI is going to change how we do everything, but we need people who are experts in actually harnessing those tools, leveraging those tools. Otherwise, you're not going to get good results out of it. I think there's a lot of companies that are out there throwing out AI sort of as a buzzword, trying to deploy it as part of their systems, but it doesn't actually do anything because there is no direction to it. There's no control.
Great. Anybody want to share the last word for today on AI? I'm thinking it's not the last time we ever talk about AI, for sure. Anybody want to give the last word on AI today?
I've got some thoughts, if I haven't already talked too much.
No, go ahead, Audrey.
Yeah, so AI is funny. I feel like AI is the new big data, right? Remember, like 5 years, everybody was like throwing big data into their marketing campaigns, and now everybody's doing it with AI. And really, they're just plugging in some if-else rules on the back end and trying to make it look like it was smart in their software when it's not really AI. Right? We're seeing this happen constantly with our competitors. TimeForge, we've been in the AI game for a really long time. We've leveraged AI. We have a complete machine learning ensemble that gives us the power to predict net sales hourly 1 week out with 98.87% departmental hourly accuracy. That's insane. If you guys have ever taken a stab at forecasting sales, that's insane. So we're huge fans of AI because it allows us to be competitive in the space. We're also using it internally for our content. If you guys haven't checked out the TimeForge website or our content or some of the things that we've contributed to the community IQ, we have an amazing content team. And they've been leveraging Jasper before GPT-4 was out to help just kind of fill in the gaps on some of the information. And we're helping our customers with digital transformation, not just through our tools, but we serve a lot of independent grocers, right? And the joke, right, as for the 2 decades that I've been in the retail industry, was that restaurants were 10 years behind in technology adoption and grocers were 20 years behind in technology adoption, right? And that changed a little bit with COVID and rapid technology adoption, but we're still helping independent grocers go from writing things on paper, like job applications, right? Their schedules, trying to literally paper timesheets, to just getting comfortable with doing it on machines. And I think that as we help the industries that we serve take baby steps towards that end game of the digital transformation, leveraging the AI to be smarter, I think the industry is going to grow pretty rapidly over the next few years with that adoption.
Excellent. Thank you, Audrey. And thanks to all 10 of our ISVs who spilled the tea today: Charge Anywhere, Octopus, Combase, Helped, Auvik, RPower, DBC, Round 2, DTIQ, and TimeForge. So thank you very much for participating. Thanks again to our annual sponsors who make this event possible. You can see them all there. And then thank you again to the special sponsors of the niche and startup ISV community as well. We're looking forward to seeing many of these vendors and many of these ISVs and you as well at Retail Now 2023. Make sure, as we said earlier, register today if you haven't already. Reserve your hotel room. Things are really booking up at the Gaylord. This is going to be a great event. It's where the industry meets. Again, you got to meet 10 ISVs today. You can meet dozens and dozens of ISVs and VARs and payment processors and distributors and vendors at Retail Now 2023. Looking forward to seeing everybody there. And last but not least, thanks so much to our audience for joining us today. We really appreciate your participation, weighing in with those questions, and the great listening that you did as well. So thank you, everybody. Hope to see you at Retail Now, and looking forward to the next time we all get together and have more ISVs spill the tea. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.